that time here on Blitz for our weekly phone call, and for this we go to the phone line with Chris Guthrie, head boys basketball coach at Lumpkin County High School. Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, it's great to be on with you.
Now, Coach, you've had a fairly young team the last couple of years. You won 11 games in the last 2 seasons. What's your outlook on this upcoming year for the Indians?
Well, I feel optimistic. I did play a lot of sophomores last year that started and got lots of playing time, lots of experience. And I'll combine that with a couple of seniors coming back and that are I think going to be pretty good players in our league. But then when you think about our recent schedule, it's tougher this year. Moving on to the east side of Monroe area and Madison on that side. So I'm optimistic, but cautious, I guess.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That's where I'm going with this interview. You've already hit on some of those points, but from what I understand, like you said, you're bringing back a lot of your core players from last season, save your all-region point guard Devontae Anderson. But talk about your key players and what kind of depth you have on this team.
Great. Jacob Haskell is should be our team leader, physically, ability-wise. He jumps well, shoots the ball well, shoots the three. He's about 6'3.5", handles it real well, and I really look for him to set the tone for us offensively. Add to him, I've got a couple of junior guards, Daniel McCrary and Jonathan Gilreath, both football players, so I hadn't actually seen them on the court yet, who were both strong, heady players, really good with the basketball, good at distributing the ball. They both shoot well. So I'm looking forward to that. I also returned a shooting guard who shot 46% from the three-point line last year on the varsity level, Malik Anderson, who's quick as a cat and shoots it really well. And probably, I think the best post player in the region as far as what he can do with the ball, Austin Holman. He's about a 6'5" kid who will pump and get you up in the air and draw fouls and finish. So I'm really excited about that group. And that's probably our likely starters. But you bring behind them Evan Gaddis, who's a senior post player who will absolutely beat you to death inside and snatch every rebound. Evan Bafili, who is a junior forward, who's a physical player, penetrates well, shoots it well, will really play defense on you. And who's the third guy I'm missing? I'll have to think of it in just a minute. But that good. I look to go. Hopefully, I can have 8 in our rotation. Mm-hmm. I can remember who that other guy is when we get on the court. But maybe 10, but for sure 8.
Yeah. Well, Coach, like you mentioned earlier on being cautious, you have that excitement with the list of guys you just named. It sounds like you definitely have the excitement there, but as you mentioned, you do have to be cautious moving up to 8-4A. It's a whole different game. What do you see the Indians have to adjust to the most after bumping up a whole classification like that?
Well, we play half the teams we play are teams from the old Region 8-3A, or 7th, the region we played in last year, Stevens County, Chestatee, Lanier, and all those teams were tough games for us. Stevens is really athletic, really physical. Lanier, where they are, we played them close every time we played them, but they're in a school where they're likely to have kids. So that side will be similar, but with Monroe area and East Side and Madison, those are 3 really athletic teams, and I think the biggest thing we'll have to adjust with to them is their quickness and their speed. Stevens was I think quick and has some speed, but not like East Side and Monroe area do. Just being able to go up in the court and us just handling that just a whole different level of play. Last year we were successful towards the end of the season with West Hall, who would be a similar team to those type of teams, by really learning to place our head up and passing the ball and taking advantage of their quickness and using it against them. So that's what I hope we're able to do. We only play those teams on the other side once, that are far away. So it's one shot with.
Yeah.
Hopefully our preseason schedule will get us ready for that.
Yeah, and now, Coach, looking at your schedule, there is a string of 4 straight home games for you in mid-January. How important is that home court to you and the Indians, and how much of a boost, if any, do you feel that gives you guys?
Well, yeah, you've got to win at home. I mean, that's where you practice. That's the goals you're used to. That's the fans that you see every day in the hallway. And If you're not winning at home, all it does is hurt your confidence. And because it's hard to win on the road, the ball just doesn't seem to bounce your way on the road, and it's got to bounce our way when we're at home. And that's a big stretch of games for us in the region. I mean, if we're not going to finish in the top 4 in the region in the regular season, then chances are you're not going to in the playoffs. So we look to be able to win those games at home to give us a leg up. I think we've got 3 or 4 games after that stretch. 3 of them are on the road, I think. Maybe 2 of them where, if we have a good stretch early on, then that sets the tone for finishing up and going into the playoffs.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time on Blitz and look forward to seeing what's in store for your Indians this year.
Hey, we appreciate what you do for high school sports in North Georgia.
It's our pleasure. Thanks, Coach.
All right, see you.
When we come back, the usual highlights and our player of the week coming up on Blitz.